Last time I got off an elevator in Atlanta, the elevator opened up and I this girl had the biggest ass. I couldn't even fucking believe it. It was it was enormous and she wasn't fat. It wasn't like, she has a big ass because her body's big. She had like a back like a trunk, dude. It was amazing, dude. She had a trunk. She didn't have an ass. She had a trunk that you need keys to, and you open it up and you put shit in there like a duffel bag. That's what she had. Like you could literally, I wanted to tap her on the shoulder and be like, "Excuse me, ma'am, I can't." And she'd be like, "Yes." And I say, "I can't find my duffel bag. Can I check your trunk?" And she wouldn't have looked at me weird. She would have just turned around and offered her ass. That's honestly how much. That's how much her ass was a trunk. And that's some Atlanta shit, dude. That's some fucking Atlanta shit. That was amazing. I couldn't believe it, dude. And dude, the asses in Atlanta are I'm not even trying to be sexual about it. I'm not saying like hot damn, I'm just saying it's a fact. You can literally set up your fucking laptop on, fuck that. You could put a desktop on it and have just put the modem or whatever like next to her leg and set up a coffee cup and literally not have to use one of those tables at Starbucks and have that meeting with that black guy in the purple suit. I mean, unbelievable. The Grammys came, which I didn't even watch, but Lil Yachty wore that he looked terrible. I mean, here's the deal, man. And I posted the picture of Lil Yachty. If you don't know what he put in his mouth, he had like these like now and later colored, multicolored, it looked like the gay pride. Each tooth was a different color. And he had those red dreads that looked like a fucking a red tarantula fucking passed out on his head. It was ugly as shit. And I tweeted about how this is the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. He was on purpose trying to look ugly. That's it. I'm not hating. I'm agreeing with him. Good job. You did it. You have a freedom of expression and you did it. It looks like a glowworm is in your mouth. Congratulations. It looks like a fucking starfish passed out on your fucking head, and you have the KFC fucking bow tie. You did it. If I fucking walk around with a dick on my forehead, like a molded dick, and a fucking star, just like some fucking cutout star on my nose, I'm talking shit about myself if I do that without even saying anything. It looks bad. That's fine. Because that's the thing. There are opinions that are opinions, and then there are opinions that are facts. If you walk around with a dick on your forehead, it's ugly. Sorry, but it is. I'm not sorry, but it is. If you walk around and it looks like fucking Rainbow Bright took a shit in your mouth, it looks bad. Okay, so CeeLo showed up, looked like fucking C-3PO before he did the Atkins diet. He looked like a fucking, he looked, it wasn't even ugly. It was just, this was beyond words. But what the fuck, man? Hey, make music. And CeeLo's talented as shit. I don't know Lil Yachty's music, really. But CeeLo's talented. So just stick with that, bro. Why do you have to show up looking like the thing you're trying to win? He was gold as fuck and looked like he was about to fight the Power Rangers. Yo, make a song, dude. Hey, man, make a fucking song. Oh, dude, you dressed like that? Oh, that doesn't matter. Make 3 songs. Dude, it's so annoying. He didn't even have a mask on like that you would buy in a Halloween thing. Like with the strap in the back. This fucking thing was like done by like the Mission Impossible, or no, not even, like the fucking Lemony Snicket's fucking costume or what do you call it? The fucking makeup team, where it was like the one that made Jim Carrey bald with the fucking hook nose, or whatever the fuck. He was like, CeeLo was like, I got to get the Lemony Snicket's. I got to get the Lemony Snicket's fucking crack team because I've got an idea. And they said, what is your idea, CeeLo? And they were like, just fucking hang out in this room. I'll be right back. And then he came out looking like he was going to blast off into outer space, which is the only reason why you should look like that. Hey, dude, if you're going to dress like that, fine. But after the Grammys, blast off into the fucking outer space. No. C-3P, no. C, no. CeeLo? C, no. These billboards have been popping around with the YouTube Red shit, though. Imagine watching something on YouTube Red. Imagine getting home from a day of work, working hard, sweating, or dealing with a bunch of clients, annoying as shit. You didn't want to do that. And you're like, I just want to fucking unwind. You don't have a family, or maybe you do, you got a girl, and you go home and you heat up the chicken that's in your fridge, and then you turn on YouTube Red. Imagine that. Bro, what are the fucking shows that they have? Every show on YouTube Red should be called Zoinks. That should be every show on YouTube Red. Every show on YouTube Red is called Zoinks. I don't give a shit if it's not. It is. Look them up. Look up the shows. Everybody on the fucking posters is making this face. Zoinks. Dude, come on, man. I don't know. This YouTube Red, man. These billboards are out of control. They're popping up everywhere, dude. Never seen that show Billions. But that fucking billboard is the most serious billboard of all time. They should call that show Cancer. And I'm not saying it's a bad show. It's probably an amazing show. That dude with the red hair and red body is in it, and fucking the guy from the Claire Danes show, right? Isn't it? That's that guy, right? From I never know the names of shit. Damian Lewis. He's from Homeland, right? He was on that, and now he's on fucking Billions. Billions is, what's it about? Two guys in a building or something? Paul Giamatti's amazing. Paul Giamatti's fucking awesome, dude. But that fucking billboard, hey man, have some levity in that billboard, dude. You know what they need on that billboard on Billions? You know what they need? They need a guy from YouTube Red in the back with the fucking Zoinks face. That's what they need. I want a world where you can just, you know what I want a world? I want a world where if fucking two dudes drive by in a convertible, and no, not even, I'll say more than two, three dudes. They got two dudes in the front, two dudes in the back in a convertible. And I've seen that. I've literally witnessed that with my own eyes. I've seen two dudes in the front of a convertible and then two dudes in the back. Four dudes total in one convertible driving down with the top down. I've seen that with my own human eyes. I want a world where we live in where when that happens, everyone else who's not in that convertible laughs at them, and then everyone in that convertible understands why. That's the world I want to live in, dude. And this lady, I called, she had really crazy frizzy hair, and I said, and she was heckling or something, and she said something, and then I called her Blanca, because remember the Street Fighter 2 thing with the frizzy hair? And then she attacked me like Blanca. But she came up and grabbed the microphone, and it fucking hit my mouth and shit. And I just kind of sat down because, she was a woman, and I don't know. But I was deep in the valley, man. I think the best things in life is shit you can't figure out, right? And I think people agree with that secretly even. I mean, that's what becomes the biggest shit. Like, look at Kanye West or Lady Gaga. They're the biggest motherfuckers in the world. It's because we can't figure them out. We don't even know if fucking Lady Gaga, she could be like an alien. What was that one song I always think about when I think about the past? Not David Gray. Babylon. What's that fucking? Living on hell, living on hell. Hey, Babylon. Whatever the fuck that song was. Remember that song? That was the most high school song of all time. You could listen to that song. You could be 60 and you could hear that song and you'd be like, oh, I got to get to math class. That's the most high school as fuck song I've ever heard in my life. And then you go to the party and it's like, I didn't drink, but like people were drunk as shit and they were 15 and a half. And then it got late night. Here was the least favorite part of the party for me. You're fucking 15 or 16, you're at a party, and some fucking asshole, the music's off, and now there's like, 25 people there, and some asshole finds a guitar and then plays a guitar for everybody. Hey, dude, you deserve to not eat for 3 days. If you do that, if everyone's having a good time and fucking laughing and talking and having conversations, and then some asshole finds the goddamn guitar and starts playing, you know what he starts playing too? He doesn't start playing Babylon or Dave Matthews or shit that's about. You know what he fucking starts playing? He starts playing some fucking. He finds the chords where he starts playing and he starts rapping over it, is what he does. He starts singing a Snoop Dogg song. He starts singing that fucking 1, 2, 3 into the 4, and he's fucking playing the fucking chords, and he's got the green polo shirt on with the cargo pants and flip-flops. Dude, I will murder you. Dude, you deserve to not eat for 3 days. That's what you deserve. That's what you fucking deserve. If you lunatic narcissist. Everyone's having a good time, but hey, dude, let me fucking play the same 4 chords over and over again and fucking sing a J.O. Felony song. Dude, I'll murder you. You deserve to not eat for 3 days. You deserve to look at people eating for 3 days, but not get to eat that same food that they're eating. Dude, we got to stop this, man. If you play a guitar at a party and you're not, Dave Matthews, quit it. If you're playing a guitar at a party and you're not the guy from Matchbox 20, bye. You playing the guitar at a party and you aren't the fucking... I can't even think of a guy. I can't even think of another guitar player that's like would be funny. What a fucking loser I am. I don't know shit. All I know is the Chainsmokers. Like, I'm trying to be current, but I'm like, I want to say like the fucking, I don't know. Dude, just don't do that. Have some fucking humility. With your puka shell necklace on, I'll rip it off. I want to go back to 15 and a half so I can kick all those motherfuckers' asses. I want to study hard. I want to go to Asia and like learn the finest martial arts. Like, I'm not even talking about like grappling. I'm not even talking about that shit. I want to go to Asia and I want to fucking wear all brown like a burlap sack. That's all I want to wear. And have a fucking teacher that's like 175. That's so powerful with his mind. And I want to learn all the finest ancient. I want him to start me out. I want him to start me out like kicking a leaf or blowing some sugar across the table. And I'll be like, what does this have to do with anything? And he'll be like, this is how you learn inside your mind. And I'm like, I don't get it. And for fucking 3 years, I want to blow some sugar or salt across the table. And then I want to fucking wear only brown burlap shit that looks like Kanye West would have designed it if he was alive in the year 1200. I don't want to be a heartthrob until I'm fucking 75. And I want like 62-year-olds to be screaming at my when I get out of a fucking black car, you know? That would be awesome. I don't even know what I would be famous for. I would still do stand-up, but I want to be famous. I want to be like a famous chef that makes like a dish that's just out of this world that 62-year-old women who are married just can't get enough of. And they're like, oh, Chris Delia, did you see Chris Delia? And I cut out of the black car like, all right, no pictures for me. Or maybe I'm like good with it. I'm like, sure, I'll sign it. I'll sign it. Just shitting myself. So old, like 82. Sure, I'll sign it. And they don't even care. Yeah, he signed my calendar and he pissed his pants. Sorry, honey. I'm almost dead. Hope you like my dishes. I think this is really going off the rails here. This is what happens for episode 4. I don't have any guests. What the fuck do you want? I hope you're in your cubicle fucking enjoying this. I'm going to West Palm Beach, and West Palm Beach is that town, dude, is like it's like the Truman Show. It's like where they shot the Truman Show. Everybody's so nice, and it's like perfect looking, and it's like everything is a set. You go to Starbucks and it looks like they're shooting there. So I got to go there. I don't know. So I'm going lots of different fucking places. So look at my website, chrisdelia.com, and check it out. I feel like this fucking... I literally feel like podcasts are cool, man. I feel like I'm a disc jockey. Like I'm just like, check out the website on chrisdelia.com. You got a lot of interesting dates coming up. Go to Virginia Beach, go to Milwaukee, go to West Palm Beach. Tell me a little bit about West Palm Beach. Tell me about how you feel about West Palm Beach, Chris. Well, yeah, no, I feel like it's the Truman Show. Isn't that right? It's just amazing. We're gonna stop this for a break. We're going to get into some songs. We'll come back to you. We will come back to you, and we'll be listening to ask you a little bit more about the Bieber roast is what we're going to talk about. We're going to, even though it's going to be boring as shit, and even though everyone has asked you about that already, we're going to ask you about the Bieber roast. We're going to see how you feel about talking to Ludacris. And we heard there was a little bit of a scuffle. So we'll be right back after this. We're going to play some David Gray. Leave me on down, leave me on down, leave me on down, Babylon. Hey, what's up? We're back. Hey, Chris. So tell us a little bit about the Bieber roast. Tell us a little about Bieber roast. Tell us how it was talking to Ludacris. I heard maybe there was a little bit of a scuffle at the end of the thing. Maybe you guys had a little bit of a talk a little bit. He was a little bit upset with your jokes. Something you said about. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know, I basically, he thought I said something that I didn't say, and he was upset, and another guy said one of those things. God, is that interesting? You know, it's people in life sometimes often say something and attribute it to something else. Anyway, we're going to come back in a little bit. We're going to go ahead and play a little bit of a song here, and we can come back. We're going to ask you about what happened to that show, Whitney. We're going to ask you what happened to that show, Whitney. We're going to, everybody, stay tuned for some Dave Matthews. We'll be right back. Bling, 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 bling. Bling, bling, bling. Bling, bling. Bling, bling, bling. Bling, bling, bling. Bling, bling. Bling, bling, bling. Hey, everybody, we're back with Chris. Chris, what happened to that show, Whitney? Well, you know, it just got canceled because not a lot of people kept watching it, so... That's just pretty much what happens, you know, is the show gets canceled, and that's pretty much it. All right, that's pretty much obvious. I don't know why I asked that goddamn question, but sometimes we're up here, we don't know what to say, so we'll just ask you a question we'll ask you a question that even though everybody knows the goddamn answer to, it's palpable. It's palpable for our audience. So when I say something like, what happened to that show, Whitney, even though I know goddamn well what happens to shows when they get canceled, is that people don't watch them and then shows get canceled because that's literally the only way. Unless the lead character dies, but they didn't die now, did they? Did Whitney die? No, she didn't. No. Did you die? No, she didn't. Did one of the neighbors of the show die? No, they didn't. The show just got canceled because obviously nobody was watching it. So anyway, we're going to go to a song, and we'll come back to actually about something. We got some fun questions. We're going to play a little game with you. We're going to play a little game with you. It's going to be really fun for all of our listeners. We'll be back after we're going to be playing a game. We're going to get into a little Stevie Wonder. Here's the thing about pet names. They're fine if you're in the relationship, right? If you call someone a Pookie Bear, it's cute. To me, it's like a girl, like if you have a girlfriend and she's wearing a fucking fedora, it's cute because she's your girlfriend in the fedora. But if you see a girl wearing a fedora, boner removal. If you see a random girl and she's hot wearing a fedora, boner removal. Just so you know. Does it have a feather in the hat? Extreme boner inversion, right? But if your girl has a fedora on with a feather in the hat, it's cute. And you're going to talk like a 1920s gangster. You're going to be like, come over here, dame. I love those gams. Boner inducing. Not your girl, boner removal, right? So if you're calling someone a Pookie Bear and you're out in public and I got to hear that shit, time to set up the firing squad. But yeah, no, I just, I think it's cute to do it. But to have to hear it in a Chipotle or having to hear it in like a Cheesecake Factory, no, dude, that's just out. I go to lunch, dude. My hands are tied now.